Hey there, Sabine here. Hope you're having a fabulous day. So we are just days away from the end of 2025, moving into 2026. A big piece of moving into a new year. I know people always make that statement, new year, new me. But we all know the truth is if you don't change your attitude, your behaviors, your habits, then nothing's going to change. It's just going to be another calendar year moving forward. So with that, I have identified the five things, the five habits that I plan to take with me and or double down on in the coming year. And I don't have a specific exercise for this. It's just I sat down and I thought about what are the things that have really served me this year and what do I know is in alignment with who I want to be, how I want to show up, and what I want to experience. And so these five things came forward. I'm inviting you to, if you have some time, do the exercise as well. Just think about who do you want to be? How do you want to show up? What do you want to experience? And what are the things that you're already doing that currently support that? So, first and foremost, boundaries. I am doubling down on boundaries in 2026. The more I grow, the more I realize that boundaries are absolute necessities. And not just for me, but for all those who are around me, for the work that I do. And so boundaries are non-negotiable. I'm not arguing. And I think more importantly, I'm not explaining my boundaries this coming year for sure. I'm going to communicate them and I'm going to uphold them. But I'm not going to explain why I am creating these boundaries. And so the next one is protecting my peace. That feels a little self-explanatory, but this one is one that I'm doubling down on more so in this coming year, just because I know what I have planned for me. And I am going to be, and I think the boundaries support that, right? So, in order for me to protect my peace, I have to set stronger boundaries. The third one is moving in silence. And what that means is, for those who are closest to me, I've always been pretty open, pretty transparent, pretty vulnerable with regards to, what's happening with me. Sometimes it's in retrospect, but still, I am realizing that this space that I am looking to grow in, not everyone can hold space for that, if I'm being quite honest and quite blunt. And rather than putting myself in a space or in situations where I know people can't hold space for what it is that I'm trying to do or want to do or who I'm being, I'm just not going to share. That's not about being secretive. It's about being discerning. And so moving in silence will be probably a newer habit for me to form. But I understand that me moving in silence also aligns with the protecting my peace and maintaining and upholding my boundaries. The next one, most importantly, my morning routine. So I have a very specific morning routine that I've been following for the last several years. So in order for me to show up at my best and my highest, I need to maintain that commitment of my morning routine. I won't get into details of what it is today, but I know what it is and I'm doubling down on it and I'm not allowing any interruptions to that morning routine. And then the last one is just getting into bigger rooms. And when I say bigger rooms, I mean with people who think big, with people who see life as expansive, with people who don't allow themselves to get bogged down on the day-to-day things that are happening. For me, that means stretching myself and getting outside of my comfort zone or getting outside of the individuals that feel familiar, so to speak. So that is my way of challenging myself to grow, to play a bigger game, and to allow myself to not feel like I have to shrink when I am in rooms. So those are the five habits that I am taking into 2026. Again, I invite you to do this exercise. Think about what's been working well for you this year, what you want to continue to do, and what's actually going to support you in reaching your goals and maintaining the intentions that you're setting for yourself for the year. That's what I have for you today. I'll be back tomorrow. Have a great rest of the day. Talk soon. Take care.